Sabbath here at Alive and in a unique experience. So I'm going to talk to some of our attendees that were able to attend today's conference and attended our Sabbath as well. And they're going to tell us how their Sabbath was and what was a bit different from their normal Sabbath. Yeah. Hello.
Hi there.
Your name, please.
I'm Edwin Marube.
And I'm Ruth. Okay. Yes. Okay, maybe you can tell us how your Sabbath has been and what has been the highlight of the day.
Sabbath's been really fun. It's been really, like awe-inspiring. The day was superb. The preaching was stellar. The services were just, up to par. It was different in the sense that, of course, this is not the normal Sabbath in which, in church we collect ourselves and, have the regular style of worship, but inside here it was almost the same, but it was still unique in that we even had an outreach program in the afternoon, and that's actually part of the things that made it quite, very refreshing.
Okay, thank you. Earlier today you were in the panelist discussing the lesson of the past week. Maybe you can tell us one of the best questions you had from the congregation or something that one of us or one of our viewers can take home.
Well, generally, actually, I don't really think there's a question from the congregation, but there's a thought that was put across on how I just think the thought that was put across on how God is a God of wonders and how miracles actually still happen to this day. And they don't have to be very, let me say, the word we used was dramatic, but let me say visually engaging. But God is also in the process of still doing the same things, but in more practical ways. So he's still the same God who works miracles, with the greatest miracle being changing human hearts from sin to righteousness. And remember, sin is something that actually overcame Satan. So we are overcoming something that overcame Satan. Only by the power of God can that happen.
Thank you so much. Did you get to have a chance maybe to go to the outreach?
Unfortunately, I actually went to New Life because I'd been called there. But I met some of our members who were in the outreach program, and I could see that it was quite something, quite an experience for them. That was when I was coming back.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much.
We are going to find out how some of us experienced the outreach experience out there, and I'm going to talk to some of who gave us some of the testimonies they got out there from Toy Market. Walienda hadi what was this place? They went to this hospital, Kenyatta Hospital. They visited different morgues, Toy Market. Along the way, they definitely got pedestrians walking, and they gave us different testimonies that were shared after non-service. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on the remaining sessions of a Live Kenya conference, Mission Empowerment Conference that is still held at Monday, and you can still catch up on these. You didn't miss out the Sabbath, but you're gonna catch up with the rest seminars that we will be having on Sunday and Monday. You can maybe get to listen from her. She got to go for the outreach session, and she can tell us something. Hello.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry.
Empty.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Your name, please?
Yes, my name is Princess Yvonne Gicho.
Thank you so much, Princess. Is this your first time maybe kukua kwa conference ya Alive?
Okay, so let me just put this down. All right, so well, this is not my first time. I've actually been in Alive Kenya since its inception. This is my 15th year as a member of Alive Kenya.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe you happened to go for the outreach mission today.
Yeah.
That was held after afternoon session service. Yeah, maybe you can tell us your experience to our viewers. What can they take home from your outreach there?
All right. Well, I think particularly for this region of the world, we've always assumed that everybody is a Christian, and I think there's that Assumption, yeah, that's the word. There's assumption. And then also when we look at Matthew 24:14, whereby Jesus says that, and this gospel shall be preached to all the world as a witness, then the world shall come. It seems that you don't see the urgency for it. But actually, just as I say that this is my 15th year in the ministry in Alive Kenya, we've done street missions. I mean, every place we've actually had mechs, or even in other plant activities where we've actually done street missions or reaching out to communities, especially in urban setups. When I compared how in 2025 how people are receiving the gospel and actually the past, I can actually see the hearts of the people are actually hardening more and more. I mean, in the past it's been easy perhaps for people to pick literature, but actually today we had it was I mean, we had people who did not even want you to talk to them. They did not even want to pick in literature. The people who are willing for you to listen to you, but when you ask them even to share a request, actually it was they were not willing. And yeah, of course, whereas it's logical not to just open up to strangers. I'm seeing how in the past, I mean, we've done even rural missions. I mean, when you come in the name of the Lord, there's always been that easier softening into the gospel. And some of the respondents actually were telling us, you see, we live in a time in which every person is actually calling on the name of Christ. So what that means to us as Christian believers, as missionaries, is I think they should speak about the urgency to actually take the gospel work, because the more we actually delaying in doing the work, the more actually hearts are hardening. And also the other concept of personal evangelism. You realize that it's not so easy for people to open up to talk to strangers. But I want to believe that people close to you, I mean, if every person was just to share the gospel with people who already know them, they already have won their trust in already, it can be easier for them sharing the gospel than total strangers. So I think that actually speak to you and me, to any person actually following this, that there's a work for us to do in ourselves of influence, in your campus as a student, in your classroom, in your lecture hall, those people actually interact with, in your professional, in your workplace, in your community, in your family. I mean, let's give the gospel that personal touch, because Christ's method alone will actually do the gospel. The master mingled with men as one who desired their good. So he did not come to them as a stranger. He actually mingled with them. And I think that's actually puts a burden and actually should call us to urgency doing the work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Princess, for your input. Maybe you can tell us, I've seen you with 2 kids. You can tell us why we don't have a good number of kids in this conference. Okay, in this conference.
All right, well, so I think many times people who actually wonder, even why do I come with my kids? I am parenting for eternity. Alive Kenya is actually a movement that prepares us Africans living in eternity. And for the 15 years I've actually been in this movement. Actually, I have served in other ministries, both in leadership, but I like to say one of the things that is unique about Alive Kenya ministry is the Bible-based component. And I was just sharing with some pioneers actually during lunch hour, and actually saying that if for 15 years the movement has been able to maintain spirit-led, focus on eternity, Bible-based mission, high standards of biblical principle and understanding of biblical prophecies. I think that's a good comment in terms of organizational culture. There is high likelihood that this is going to be maintaining for a while. So I'm very keen that, because I have, I think I joined Alive Kenya actually after high school. Yeah, and I have seen how the movement, how this movement challenged me to actually, and inspired me to actually be much more to in godliness, high Christian standard, actually integrity, giving me opportunity for service. I like my children actually to have that, and they usually consider themselves members of Alive Kenya ministry. So we have also other parents who are also like-minded parents within the movement. I mean, people who have gotten married, that also who've joined in, and actually they have parents. We had a children's program actually in the 5th floor, and quite a number of parents actually brought their children in a long way, because children can inherit everything. You can give them wealth, but you can give them, good things here on earth that actually working in for material things. But I think as Christian believers, we need to ask ourselves, it's not automatically that children are going to be Seventh-day Adventists. years down the line when now they have opportunity to choose. And so because I am parenting for eternity, I ask myself, I need to make every opportunity that my children can actually be able to strengthen their faith and to be able to embrace this faith. I mean, not just to remain in the church registers, but that someday they can actually have the crown of life. So this is actually me parenting for eternity. And yeah, a lot will actually say around it, but I'd like to say maybe something about MEC. MEC actually is that grand opportunity, of course, for actually those who have been here, for actually those who've been in this movement for a while, it becomes also a moment for us to rekindle our faith and actually to see that actually we're still here holding on the faith, as challenging ourselves as we see what God has done. Visions, the prayers we made years down the line, as we see God actually fulfilling them. Also, another thing, reason why MEC is actually such a major event in our life, Kenya. There's this quotation in the Spirit of Prophecy that it is in such meetings as this when members actually agonize to be empowered for the work that God will pour out His Holy Spirit. So, of course, I know we have many programs within the Seventh Adventist Church, but MEC Mission Empowerment Conference actually stands out as a moment in which students, young professionals are coming in together, not to plead in for anything, but that the Lord can actually empower them and equip them to impact their communities, to impact the stations of life that the Lord has actually given them. It also becomes a moment, most of the time, more than three quarters of the Sabbath this year actually have been on pulpit preaching one or another. So MEC becomes that moment in which, because most of these people actually are speakers, we go to come meetings, we do ministry, we do training. We're always on the run, advancing God's work one or another. So MEC becomes that moment in which now we also get an opportunity also for Enrich to also be preached into, to actually also be inspired with God's work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Princess. From this generation, your kids are so lucky. Hi. Are you happy? Good. Thank you so much, Princess. Bye. Have a good evening. Yes. I want to go.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys are doing very well.
Have a good evening. Thank you. Hello. Hi.
Hi. My name is Ruth Miano.
Oh, I'm Ruth as well. Yeah. Okay, so Ruth, maybe you can tell us your expectation from this conference.
Expectation. I don't exactly know what to expect. I just know that I was expecting a lot. I am expecting a lot to be blessed, of course. So, especially know more about mission, since, I haven't exactly gone for a mission yet. So this is more of an experience for me, since I'm learning what I need to know for a mission experience.
So you'd say this is your first time attending an live conference or an conference organized by live?
Yes.
Interesting. So far?
It's amazing.
So good, yeah. Thank you so much, Ruth. In summary, maybe you can tell us how your Sabbath has been and how different it's been from the normal Sabbaths. Definitely, it's been different. Yeah.
Oh, my Sabbath has been really, really nice. Really nice does not capture how amazing it has been. It has been really nice. The speakers have been amazing. The experience, especially, so my highlight would be going out for outreach, since I have never done that before. So experiencing, sharing the love of Christ to people outside in the street. And so meeting a few who are really interested is like, wow, okay, this is nice. People burning, people thirsting for the word of the Lord was such an experience. So sharing about Christ to people was an amazing experience. So that was what was different this Sabbath. What was different with this Sabbath from other Sabbath?
That was the highlight.
That was the highlight.
Okay, I'd say so as well, because it's so rare to find testimonies in church. Inafikanga hiyo time ya salamu. You just get salamos, not testimonies. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ruth. I hope to see you. So you'll still be around. Yeah. The rest of the seminars are gonna be amazing. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I can
Have a good evening.
have to.
This has been Saturday. We are done. it's been a happy Sabbath, happy experience. You don't want to miss out for the rest of the days. Sunday and Monday, come to Alive Kenya. Make, yeah.